Here. So today I'm going to talk about the Boudreaux series Easy Nights. It's the last book of the series and it's about Savannah and Ben. You met Savannah in the beginning of book 1 with her brother Eli. Savannah was basically introduced as a battered sister. She was married to Lance and Lance was an abusive husband. In the book you heard that he basically raped and tried to kill her in book 1. Throughout the other sibling books, you get bits and pieces of Savannah going through therapy, still trying to get herself back together, taking different Magravar classes, self-defense classes, to get herself to her old self, to her strong, independent self. So now book 6 is the final book in the chapter in the series again, and I said it's Easy Nights. So Ben, you also met in book 1. Ben was the one that ended up finding Lance, beating him up, and let him turn himself in. So now in book 6, Savannah is at her 2 years recovery stage and she's doing phenomenal. She is back at work. She's feeling very independent, very strong. She's basically doing everything that Lance didn't want her to do. Lance has a twin brother, Larry. Larry will call her ever so often to check up on her, to play the I'm sorry my brother do this situation. If I known it would never happen, yada yada yada. Well, when it turned out to it, Larry was just as manipulative and vindictive as his twin, Lance. So Vanessa was coping throughout the book, and she's going to charity functions that her company basically founded with Lance, and she was at a dinner and Larry was there, and Larry walked up and not introduced himself, but talked to her basically and saying, oh, it's good to see you, you're looking good, all that stuff. When Ben met him, Ben didn't like it. He's like, I don't like it. He got like a funny feeling about it, but he let it go because he didn't want Savannah to ruin her spotlight, so he let it go. Now, long story short, things started happening. Like, Savannah's missing stuff. Like, she's thinking that I have my favorite cologne, I can't find it, and now it's being replaced. And then Ben was attacked outside his dojo, and then now she found another perfume in her house. Then it comes a point where she was almost ran off the road. It was so much going on, but nobody really put 2 and 2 together, because when Ben was attacked, the guy said leave her alone, but he's saying, okay, I'm helping battered woman all along, so it could be any battered woman, any ex-husband or boyfriend that's coming after him. So he didn't put that it had something to do with Vanessa. Or did he? Actually, he did. When he went to meet her brothers for their guys' night, he had said, I wonder if it has something to do with Savannah. And the brothers was like, why would it have something to do with Savannah? Lance is in jail and she's over it. So he let it go. So long story short, she got this letter in the mail saying that she needs to... the letter didn't have a name, but it has a whole bunch of picture of her and Ben in her house, in Ben's house, when she got in the accident, this following the family members and everything. All of a sudden, Larry shows up. Larry shows up at her house and says he had this evil, vindictive look on him. She's like, oh, he looks so much like Lance. And she kept on talking to herself like, why does he look so much like Lance? What's going on? And she's like basically trying to prep herself to not compare Larry to Lance. But in the end, she was right. Her instinct would never let her down, because he was just as vindictive. He basically kidnapped her from her house and brought her to jail to see his brother, so his brother could threaten her some more, threaten her family, and threaten her relationship with Ben. Savannah, I was surprised though, because she went along with it. She was like intimidated. I guess she went back into her battered stage of what was exactly going on. I didn't expect that from her. I thought she would have been more stronger, more like, no, this is not happening, I don't care what you say. Anyway, she listened to what he said, and then she actually complied because he wanted her to end the relationship with Ben, and if not, he's going to come after her and her family. So she did that, and she broke up with Ben. And Ben was like, why were you doing this right now? I have so much going on. My mom's in the hospital. All of this stuff. Because Lance basically try to kill his mother. He tried to poison his mother, and he tried to ruin his company financially. So he had so many other people working for him and doing all his dirty deeds while he was in jail, which I was surprised that you have this much power in jail where you really didn't have any money. But I realized that his brother's backing him. Anyway, she broke up with Lance. She broke up with Ben, and her father passed away. So she dreamt about her father, and her father was basically having his one-on-one with her in her dream. And she was like, "Oh, I don't need my brothers or Ben to save me. I could do this on my own." And her father basically agreed with her and said, "Yeah, you could do this on your own, but I'm mad about the way you went about it. But he'll forgive you and whatever. But you need to do this." So she basically got a plan together and did everything, and went after Lance with the help of the police. And she was very smart about it because she knew that they were tailing her. So she went to her brother Declan, he's her twin, and they could have like a telepathic relationship, like he could read her mind or whatever. So they had a small conversation there because she didn't want to talk over the phone because she knows her phone's bugged. And then she went to the police. She called the Officer Jacobs, and she told him everything that was going on and who was involved and all the things that's been happening. So he and her come together with a plan and got Larry and his the guys that's working with him arrested. So lo and behold, it worked. So 2 to 3 days later, Jacobs called her, said, "It's done, it's over, we got them all." Okay, good. So when that happened, coincidentally, Eli and her other brothers and Ben were at her house. And they was like, "What's going on? Why do you have all these pictures and stuff like that?" So she basically told them exactly what was going on and how she went about it, and told them that it's over with, it's done. But Ben was furious. Ben was so upset, so upset. I felt it for him, but he wasn't upset with her. He was upset with Lance and the power that he had over her. So overall, they got over it, and he forgave her, and they got back together. He proposed to her under her favorite tree in their family yard, and it was beautiful. They had like a makeshift wedding. I thought that was awesome. He did a good job with that. And the book ended a year later where she adopted a baby named Penelope because she couldn't have kids because Lance destroyed her ovaries, so she had to have a total hysterectomy. But the baby is so cute. They said it's like I guess she was a foster. They wanted to have more kids, so it ended up that she has Penelope, and then she says she wants more kids, so she's gonna adopt some more. And Ben's okay with that, so that was all good. And that's the end of Easy Nights. So Kristen Proby, I must say, she is a phenomenal, I know that is my word, phenomenal author. I love all her books. When I say all, I meant all. I read every single one of them. She is great at what she does. She is phenomenal. She's a great writer. She has a great sense of humor when it comes to girls' night, guys' night. She just hit it on the ball. So you guys check her books out. This one is called Easy Nights, the last book in the Bourgeois series, and she has more books coming out. So check her out. Bye, guys.